One of the most important things about lifting is actually knowing the weights of your load and being able to monitor the machine's capabilities throughout the lift in any configuration. Yep, of course you can refer to the lift plan, and as you must be aware that a lift plan must be available when you're executing any lifts, but you can't read the lift plan, can you, when you're actively lifting? So Dots Training have invested in a GKD 2 RCI system with the latest software including height, slew and virtual walls with full motion cut control. What does that mean? It means the operator cannot, as long as the RCI is in lift mode, cannot exceed the safe workload of the machine unless you override it, which you don't want to be doing when you're lifting. So this ensures maximum safety throughout the lift by displaying the information to the operator, and in this case our learners in the operator, so Steve can now understand and has now got an in-depth appreciation for lifting, but more so what could go wrong if the machine was pushed beyond its limits or capabilities. So as you can see, Steve knows what weights on the end of the arm and at what radius and configuration he needs to be in to prevent the machine from exceeding the limits or putting himself or others in danger. And if you haven't been taught this, which a lot of guys out there who operate the machines haven't been taught this, and you don't know what an RCI is, and again, a lot of people don't know what an RCI is when you're carrying out your lifting duties, then you or your employer needs to be educating you on this and sending you for some sort of training. I suggest you book on with us for some more in-depth lifting operation training and the fundamentals and understanding of the RCI system. You'll see the operator looking at the load, configuration of the arm, but also you'll see him monitoring the display on the screen. Now I know the display on the screen is a little bit blurred in this video because I can't quite zoom in onto the information, but what that information on that screen gives him, it gives him his radius of the machine, the configuration of the boom, the height of the calibrated lifting point. It also gives him the maximum load, what he can lift, and it tells him what is actually on the end of the arm. So the safe workload changes when the boom and dipper configuration changes. So in hindsight, the further out the radius, the less you can lift. Now RCIs need to be on when you're carrying out any lifting duties. So you can see now we've got the forks on. As long as Steve stays in the limitations of the machine, then, and he doesn't exceed it, and doesn't put the machine into a stop position, he'll be able to carry out the operation smoothly. It's a little bit jerky because on our 138, it's a single pump and it does take the power away from the hydraulics whilst you're travelling, so you've got to ease up on either one of them. So that's a basic overview of the RCI system. Not only does this give the operator peace of mind when he's carrying out his lifts, it also gives those working around him peace of mind. As long as the RCI is turned on and as long as the operator is familiar with it and knows and understands how to use it, he's always going to be lifting safely. So if you're adding lifting ops to your category whilst doing your excavator training, one of the things what you need to ensure and what you need to be asking is the machine what we're training on fitted with an RCI system? If not, then how do you ever know what you're lifting?